Okay guys, so I'm going to show you today how to program a Lithos entry panel together with two monitors. I'm going to try and do it very quickly for you, and hopefully this is going to make life very simple for you, very easy for you on your installation. So let's first have a look at your three levels of programming. Your first level is to assign the amount of buttons on your entry panel, whether it's a 1 button as I've got here, which is the kit that you can buy, a 2 button entry panel, or a 4 button entry panel. Those are the 3 button associations or configurations that are available. After we've assigned our amount of buttons, we then need to associate the button to the monitor that you need to call. So that will be your level 2. And then level 3 will be your intercommunication programming sequence. So let's first start with level 1. To access level 1 on your entry panel, you need to press the program button located on the bottom right for 5 seconds. On a new entry panel, your call buttons will start to flash, which indicates that you're on level 1. On a pre-programmed system, you need to press the program button for another 5 seconds. Now we are in level 1. So if it is a 1 button, you need to press the button exactly in the middle until the LEDs stops flashing. If it is a 2 button, you need to press the top button exactly in the middle until it stops flashing. And if it's a 4 button, you need to press the first button, which will be located on the top left hand side, exactly in the middle until it stops flashing. Now I would recommend, if you need a 2 button or a 4 button, to not use your 1 big button as a 4 button or a 2 button, because that can create confusion among the customers. Rather install 2 single buttons or install your 4 buttons, which will be available from the supplier. So in our case, we've only got 1 button, and I'll press this 1 button exactly in the middle until it stops flashing. After that, you will see the green LED will flash again, which indicates we are now in level 2 programming mode. So to associate the button to the specific monitor or monitors that you need to call, you need to first place the monitor in programming mode as well. If it has a handset, pick up the handset, press the key and the double dot button. There's the key, there's the double dot. Press them in for a few seconds until you've got a picture. I've also got speech at the moment. Then press the call button on the entry panel, which is supposed to call this monitor or which you would like to associate to the monitor. So in this case, I've got 1 button, I'll press it, and it's programmed. On a hands-free monitor, exactly the same applies. You press your key and your double button for a few seconds. There's the video. Then, because it doesn't have a handset, you physically have to press the handset button, and this will then allow speech to the entry panel. Press the call button which you would like to associate to that monitor. In this case, once again, it's just 1 button. And press the handset button again to switch the monitor off. After you've done with all the monitors, you then have to exit the programming mode, and this can be done by pressing the program button for half a second. There we go. So now your monitors are programmed. They are both associated to this 1 button. Doesn't matter where you press it, it will ring both of the monitors. You can answer, speech, and you can also press the key button to open the gate if there was a gate connected to the system. So let's move on to programming level 3, which is intercommunication. This is where the monitors or the handsets are able to phone each other inside the building or inside your house. So to do that, you need to press your program button for 8 seconds, or you can just have a look at your green LED and wait for it to flash very quickly. So I'm going to press it now for 8 seconds. So you'll notice that the green LED is now flashing very quickly, quicker than before, which indicates that we are in intercommunication programming mode, which is level 3. So with intercommunication programming mode, you need to tell that monitor or that handset which number on the intercommunication list would you like to be. So as you can see on these monitors, it can either be 1, 2, 3 or 4, or by pressing the second function key, it can become 5, 6, 7 or 8. I would like to make this monitor number 1. So you pick up the handset, press number 1 and wait until you hear 3 beeps on your handset. It might take a while sometimes, up to 10 seconds. I've heard the 3 beeps. You can then move on to your hands-free monitor. I want this to be number 2 or 3 or 4, depends on what your customer needs. I'm going to make this one number 2. And once again, wait for your 3 beeps of confirmation. When you're done with that, you can then exit the programming mode again by pressing the program button briefly. And your programming is done. So let's test it. I would like to phone monitor number 2. Press number 2. It's ringing. You can answer. And I've got speech. I can also phone back to monitor number 1 by pressing 1. And there you go. That's your programming done. There are some rules to the programming, the amount of monitors, the amount of buttons you can go to. I will place that on a second video a bit later on as well. But that's a very quick, very simple way of programming a Lithos intercom system. Thank you.